What's up everybody? Dennis with Bat Flip Bombs, and we're here to review 6 of the best baseball backpacks 2022. Now look, we can't pick them all. There's thousands and thousands of bags on the market. Just look at Amazon. So how do we choose our bags? What are the most popular brands? What are the most popular bags of those brands? And what are some that have a ton of reviews on Amazon? To start off, we got the EvoShield SRZ1 backpack. I wouldn't call this your typical baseball backpack. It looks a little bit more like something that you'd bring to school. I think EvoShield was kind of going for the hybrid model here. I like this bag though. It's a popular brand. Kids seem to love EvoShield. It's not very bulky, so you can kind of see in the inside here. It opens up quite a bit. It's going to be able to fit your glove, your spikes, your helmet, and just kind of your basics. But if you're somebody that has a ton of gear, you might want to look for a different option. Padding's really nice on the back here, and they've got this nice little feature at the front, which I missed the first time. These 2 little loops. EvoShield was first kind of known for their elbow guards and shin guards, and so you can just hook those to the front here. You can kind of see a picture of that on the label, how that works. So that saves some room in the bag, gives you a little bit more capacity without added material, which would obviously add to the cost. You've got your front pocket here for your valuables, not fleece lined, which is a feature that I kind of like when you put your phone in there to kind of protect it. So not going to get that with this bag. Your bats are going to go here in these mesh pouches with the bungee up top to secure it. So no protection for the barrel. If that's something you're looking for, not going to get it with this bag, but a good bag, super lightweight. Going to be really easy to carry, and again, I think this would be something that would be practical and functional if guys want to use it to bring to school and things like that. It's not going to be overly bulky. Next up, we have the DiMarini Voodoo OG backpack. This is a really high quality backpack. You can already just kind of see here on the front, extremely durable material. Kind of a faux leather down at the bottom, reinforced. Obviously it's going to be sitting on concrete and things like that in the dugout. Upgraded bat sleeves with this bag. You got the neoprene, the zip up bat sleeves here. So when you get your barrel in there, ultimate protection no matter where you're taking it. For the pockets, you've got a small little valuable pocket here with the fleeced line. Always good for your phone or something like that, to put keys, wallet, phone. Then you've also got this front zipper here. This panel is actually fully removable. So you can take this whole thing off. It zips all the way around, so you can take it, get it embroidered, put a number, team name, or anything like that. So fully custom there. So this is gonna be your compartment for your shoes or your cleats. Most of your bags at the higher price point are gonna have this. You're definitely gonna wanna be able to separate all of your gear from your cleats. One thing that I like on this bag is sometimes if you've got 2 bats and you've got both of your compartments full, especially on these where with the mesh ones, it's a little easier to put a water bottle in there. With these, it's not. So if you do carry a water bottle, it's a little bit tougher. So I like they added this mesh pouch here for your water bottle, so you don't lose the ability to carry that, either whether you've got the 2 bats or especially with sleeves like this where water bottles don't fit quite as well. A lot of different pockets on this bag, so if you're somebody who likes to organize and separate all of your different stuff, batting gloves, things like that, then this is a great option. So you've got these 2 small compartments here on either side. So all in all, you've got 3 different smaller zippers on the front and then your larger compartment here. One thing with this bag that was a little different than the others is on the inside, there's sort of a plastic piece, which I think is there just to kind of maintain the structure. So, you know, if you're throwing it in somewhere, it's not really bending all that much. So it keeps a little bit firmer structure, and on the back, I think that's why the padding is not quite as thick as on some of these other bags, because that piece is gonna kind of sit between you and the gear. And so I think that's why the padding is not quite as thick. Really heavy duty hook here for the fence. Overall, this is just a really solid bag. It's got a lot of different compartments, a lot of organization. Main compartment is really large, so you can be able to fit pretty much everything that you need in this one. Nice design, a lot of good features. The DiMarini OG, the Voodoo OG backpack. Next up, we got the Easton Game Ready bag. Probably the one that I see the most when I'm at the park. Obviously, Easton's a popular brand, and this is a good mid-level price range, around the $49 range. So with this, you're gonna get some additional options that you didn't get with the EvoShield. You've got your vented cleat compartment here, which I think is a must for any type of baseball bag. You're gonna wanna separate your shoes, your cleats, your turfs from your glove and your other gear. Nobody likes after a game you've got muddy cleats and you stuff that in there and it's getting all over your glove and your helmet. So the next time you bring it out, it's all caked on there. So a feature that I feel is essential in any bag. Then we've got some additional compartments here. Your valuables pocket here, that's where your phone, keys, wallet, things like that can go. No fleece in this one. Again, probably just at the lower price point, you're not gonna get that. With this bag, the main compartment, very vertical design, so it's a little narrow. So you might have some trouble if you've got softball with the face shield or something like that. You might have trouble fitting some of that gear in there. But overall, you got a little bit more capacity. Still with the mesh bat holders on the side, so you can throw a water bottle in there if you've only got one bat. Bungee here at the top, so again, no barrel protection or anything there. Padding on the back of this one is nice. You've got a little bit of a gap in the padding here on the spine area, which really shouldn't matter all that much unless you're just carrying a ton of stuff. This is a really good bag, and it's probably going to be one of the more popular just because of the price point and the options and features that it has for this bag. So definitely one to check out. And I actually have the youth version of this with my kids. Have been using it for about a year now, and it's held up perfectly fine, and we'll be starting another season with that and don't plan on buying another one. So great bag by Easton here, the Game Ready. Next up, our selection and winner for the best design. This is just a great looking bag. All of these are available in different colors, so try not to select this just based on the color, since you can get it in a lot of different options. But the Louisville Slugger, it's a brand that's been around for a while. Really love everything that they've been putting out ever since maybe the best bat of all time, the Omaha 2000, followed up shortly by the Omaha Gold. Those of you that were playing in late 90s, early 2000s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Lots of capacity here, huge main compartment. With this, Slugger just kind of went for put everything in one spot. You're not gonna get a ton of other zippers or compartments to separate a bunch of stuff, but you do have a huge compartment here for the main one. At this little higher price point now, we're getting an upgrade in the bat sleeves. So you've got the neoprene bat sleeves, which unzip here. You're gonna set the, well, should unzip here. We've got a stuck zipper. Yeah, there we go. All right. Barrel's gonna sit down in there, so you know, if you're somebody who just spent $500 on a bat, then you might want to protect that barrel, so it'll go down in there and zip up, so you got protection for the barrel there. Here we've got the fleece-lined valuables pocket, phone, keys, wallet, whatever you want in that one. Now, the option here on the front, this is a removable panel here, which is kind of nice if you wanted to take this off and personalize it. It would be really easy. Instead of having to take the whole bag, you could just take this somewhere, have it embroidered. You could get, you know, team name, a number, or whatever you wanted on the front there, so you can just remove this panel. I don't love these speed straps, I think they call them here. This front pocket is designed to sort of be the option for separating your cleats or your shoes or anything like that. You've got the ventilation here down along the side, so it works. Again, it increases capacity without adding a ton of material or volume to the bag, which could bring some of the cost down a little bit. The thing I don't love though is anytime I put my shoes in there, you know, it wouldn't take much, since they're on the outside, for them to fall out. Now you can tighten these straps up, which will kind of secure whatever you've got in there, but it just wasn't, it's not a feature that I'm too crazy about and would prefer to have, you know, a separate compartment for that. But again, the huge compartment here on the back, we've got tons of padding, really thick padding, super comfortable when you wear it, plenty of padding here in the straps, and then pretty standard. I don't think I've seen a backpack that doesn't have the loop to hang on the fence, since that's what most guys are going to be doing. It just kind of seems to be pretty standard on all these bags. So for us, this was the best design in terms of look. Really love this bag. This is the Louisville Slugger Select Power backpack. Now this one is the Athletico backpack. I'd never heard of this brand. Wasn't planning on doing this, but they have an insane amount of reviews on Amazon, just compared to other these big brands. Now, I know that you can kind of game the system when it comes to Amazon, so I didn't do much more digging than that. But for a bag like this at this price point, we definitely wanted to have an option out there. Some people might not be looking or care about having a brand name. They just want to be able to put their kids' gear in something. So this is a much lower price point, about the $39.99 range. And really, for that price, you're getting some options that you don't see in some of these other bags. You've got the separate cleat compartment, which again, I think is essential just to have the ability to separate the cleats or shoes from the rest of the gear, so you're not getting that dirt and mud and everything in there. A pretty decent size main compartment. Obviously, when you put your cleats or shoes in there, it's going to take up some of that capacity, but overall, a helmet, glove, everything should fit just fine. There's a little separate mesh pouch in the inner compartment there, if you wanted to separate, throw some batting gloves or something in there as well. This outer bungee cord, you could really throw probably shoes or sandals or anything like that on the outside. It was probably intended, again, to increase the capacity without having to add more material or anything like that. Really big fence hook there, kind of heavy duty. Padding's perfectly fine on the back. You can definitely feel that this material isn't going to be quite as heavy duty as some of these other bags, but again, that's to be expected. It's a little bit lighter, and that's going to obviously have something to do with the price point. So I think one of us have been using this bag and it's held up pretty well. I don't think you would get something like this with the intention of having it last 4 or 5 years or anything like that, but you know, you could probably get a good couple years out of that. So this actually was our pick for best budget baseball bag, so good for Athletico in the design and being able to produce something that obviously a lot of people seem to like. The reviews and things like that on Amazon are a lot better than I expected. And finally, our pick for the best overall and my favorite bag, the Rawlings Legion. This is just a beast of a bag. It's huge capacity, huge main compartment, and a lot of options that I haven't even seen anywhere else. Probably the only bag I've seen that has a separate compartment here at the top for your glove. It's got your Rawlings Mark of the Pro embroidery patch in there, which is super nice. So, you know, if you've got a $400 Heart of the Hide or Pro Preferred, you're gonna wanna separate that. You don't wanna get it smashed down by all your other gear, so having the ability to keep it there in that top compartment is really nice. Up there you've also got your fleece line valuables. Easily could fit a phone in there or anything else. The main compartment's huge. What I also like is when this is hanging by the fence hook, then that front compartment kind of opens up, and they call it a locker style. So you've got easy access during the game, not having to dig for stuff. So that's a really cool feature of this bag as well. You've got 2 shoe compartments, one on either side. You could put one cleat on one side and one on the other, but it's definitely big enough to fit a pair on each side if you wanted to. So if you've got your turf shoes and your sandals or your slides or whatever, you can fit those. Plenty of room in this bag for all that stuff. For your bats, and this is a unique design that I really hadn't seen anywhere else, they're gonna go right on the back of the bag here. So there's 3 bat slots. When I first saw this, I was thinking probably the same thing you are, that there's no way that's gonna be comfortable because it's gonna be pushing up right against your back. But they've got a ton of really thick padding here all the way down it. And I was carrying this with 3 bats in it and really honestly didn't even realize that they were there. So not only increase bat capacity, you've also got barrel protection. So, you know, between your 3 $500 bats and your $500 glove, you're gonna have plenty of protection for all that stuff in this bag. You've also got another front zipper here, a really just kind of skinny compartment. Would be a great place for batting gloves or things like that to separate those instead of just bunching them in and throw them in the bag. You can keep them in there in the front. So not only do you have the organization, really thick, high quality material, kind of this faux leather down at the bottom, sort of reinforced because you know it's going to be sitting on concrete sometimes when the guys throw their bags down. Excellent bag, really well designed with all the different compartments and ability to separate your gear. Was really impressed with this bag. Actually, that's why it's our pick for best baseball backpack of 2022. And that does it for our 6 best backpacks, baseball backpacks of 2022. Once again, our best design is the Louisville Slugger Select Power. Best budget choice is the Athletico. And our best overall, the Rawlings Legion baseball backpack. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, got some value from it. Let us know what you want us to check out next. Pay attention when we're doing these reviews. We always give away at least one of the products that we review on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, so check that out. Don't miss it, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to set up a store where you guys can get this stuff for cheap. Batflipbombs.com. Check it out.